Hi everyone, it's Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Dye Papercrafts, and it's been 2 weeks because I don't think I did a video last week, right? Yeah, I didn't. I can't remember what, but I didn't. So, oh yeah, 4th of July. Alright, so I'm going to make a card with you today. We're going to do another glossy cardstock technique. This was one of my techniques that I did for a display stamper, but I'm doing it differently. And actually this doesn't show it very well, so I'm gonna try to, but this is the card we're gonna make, but a little different. I'm not gonna do quite so much stamping, but I want to show you all these really cool dies, so I am going to be using those. And I am going to actually, sorry, I can't flip it the other way. So I am going to actually show you how to use all these dies, because this one is a die, it just embosses. It's really cool. So yeah, I'm going to make this card with you. And before I start, I want to talk to you about the Christmas in July promotion, which I'm really excited about. Stampin' Up's doing a promotion right now. If you buy the starter kit, which is $99, and you always get $125 in it, well, right now you get the $125 plus free shipping on your order. So you're already getting an extra $26 in products, plus you get the Essentials gift pack, which includes a bone folder, 2 D blocks, which is this block, the one I use most often, snips, these wonderful things. So bone folder, let me show you. Bone folder, snips, best snips, 2 of these, grid paper, which you'll see when I start stamping. I don't want to pick up my whole pack of grid paper. I know there's more. Oh, the Christmas, Carols of Christmas stamp set, which is a new one that's going to be in the holiday catalog. So that's going to be available at least through December. But you get it free with your starter kit if you buy the starter kit. Now, if you join as a demonstrator, you don't have to actually demonstrate. You can, see my inky fingers? I've been playing with ink. Yeah, you don't actually have to demonstrate anything. You don't have to sell, you don't have to do a business. If you want to do a business, I'm here to support you. But if you just want to sign up, get your kit, get all the extra goodies in your kit, that's fine with me. And I'm not ever going to push you to sell. But if you want to, I'm there to support you in that too. So think about it. If your wish list is over $99, it is an amazing deal. I know I left something out that you're getting with your starter kit, but anyway, it's amazing. It's an extra $72. So you're paying $99 for your starter kit, and you're getting $197 in products. So that's one July promotion. The second July promotion is the bonus days. So for every $50 you spend in July, which you have to like spend it in the same order. So if you spend $50 in an order, you get 1. If you spend $100, you get 2. But for every $50 you spend in July, you get a $5 coupon to spend in August. So it's kind of like Kohl's Cash. So yeah. So rack up your coupons. There's no limit. You can get as many as you want. You can get as many coupon codes as you want. Make sure when you order that it is a good, valid email address. I actually had someone order from me last week, and I sent her an email and it bounced. And so I'm going to try to get in touch with her another way so that I can let her know to make sure that she's got the right email address in there. So make sure, be very careful with your email address when you are putting in your order. Because that's where your coupons are going to go. You're going to get coupon codes to your email address. You have to hang on to those. And then in August, when you order, you put those in and you get your $5 off. And you don't have to spend a certain amount to use them. You can spend $5 and use your $5 coupon. So just be aware that that's going on, and it's a really great deal. I love bonus days. I already have a couple of coupons myself. I was hoping that my order was going to be here already, because I'm getting an order today, and it's got that Carols of Christmas stamp set in it, and I got the dies. Because if you're a demonstrator, you can go ahead and get the stamps and the dies. And if you sign up as a demonstrator this month, you get the stamps free, and you can actually put the dies in your starter kit, so you have that full bundle. So keep thinking about it. If you've been on the fence, this is the perfect time. I think this is an even better deal than Celebration. I've heard a couple of other people say the same thing, just because of the things that you're getting in your gift pack, and they're all really good. Okay, so, oh yeah, you get a thing of snail. I think that's the thing I left off. It's because I don't use snail, but a lot of people do. I just don't like tape runners. Okay, so remember, this is the card we're about to make, sorta. I'm really going to try to do this piece differently because I'm going for a certain theme here. Yeah. So, trying to think if there's anything else. I did the 2 promotions. Have I shown you all my planner yet? Let me show you my planner. And see, I usually write these things down in my planner, and then I'm reading to you from my planner when I'm doing this. I'm being all sneaky. Oh wait, I want to ask you, am I glowing? Do I look like I'm glowing? No, I'm not pregnant. I know where some of you went with that. I'm not pregnant. But no, I had a test this morning, more gallbladder junk. And she told me I'll be radioactive for a few hours. So, anyway, this is my new planner. It's Stampin' Up! Planner. It's awesome. It's got these little pouches. See, I have all the paint chips in them from where I'm going to be painting my house finally. We've only been here 2 years. It's got little pages for little photos, and then it's got your you got your month. There's August, and you can start at any time because the months are written on there, but the days aren't written on. So I started mine in June, so you could start in August, you could start in July. Anyway, this is the new Stampin' Up! Planner, and it's awesome. I love it. Hey Rachel! Oh wow, all the way from Alaska. My friend Rachel has joined us, and she is in Alaska because she just moved there, and I'm so excited about you being in Alaska. So here's the new planner. But thanks for joining me. I don't know if you've ever been here for one of my videos before. What else? I think that's it. So I'm going to flip it around and get set up, and we're going to make this glossy cardstock card and try to learn a new technique. So give me just a second to flip. Man, I know I'm forgetting something, but that's what I get for not writing it down. Sorry, I don't mean, oh, you're welcome. Thanks for clicking on it when I showed up in your feed. Oh, wow. Ah, uh-oh. I held down the power button or something. Maya, oh, wow. Maya from Hawaii. Wow, I have like Hawaii and Alaska here. I don't have any mainlanders here, but I've got the 2 non-contiguous states, so that's very impressive. Well, thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around and get it on the other stand, and we're going to make something. So, uh-oh. Oh, okay, good. All I did was mess with my ringtone. I thought I turned it off again. I like held down the power button a second ago when I was trying to do this. Okay, this needs a little bit of adjustment. So, I do think I'm getting my new stand. That's right, just the 49th and 50th states. I do think I'm getting my new stand for my birthday, because Frank asked me for the coupon code that I told him that he could use for it. So, so you won't have all this shakiness soon. And my birthday is on the 19th, so okay. Let me see if I can get this to be not slanty. Okay, y'all, my desk is a mess, and it actually wasn't. But then I started prepping this card, and now it is. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. And I have the glossy cardstock here. It looks like photo paper. Oh, and it feels like photo paper. I was playing with it earlier. You can see what I cut this off of. What I cut this circle off of. I was playing with this earlier, and y'all are having so much fun over there. I cut the circle out of it, but like at one point I smudged it with a bunch of thumbprints, and it shows the thumbprints. They look like thumbprints. So I kept having to wipe and wipe and wipe. So that's just a little FYI for you on the glossy cardstock. It does take thumbprints like photo paper does, but it's not the same as photo paper. Okay, so baby wipe. We need a baby wipe. This is called striped wipe background. I got this technique at Split Coast Stampers. And I'm on the creative crew over there right now. Y'all are cracking me up. Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of make this, well, I'll show you. I'm not even going to try to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so this to set my baby wipe on and put this out of the way. All right, here's my glossy cardstock, and you need re-inkers for this. And I am making a card for a blog highlight that I'm in tomorrow. So we have a specific theme, and this is supposed to be inspired by Thailand. Nope, now she's Alaska, Rachel. Okay, so I'm trying to use color. Like, I looked at a bunch of pictures of Thailand, and it's Thailand because that's the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip is going on right now, and they're in Thailand. Okay, so I pulled some colors from a bunch of different photos that I kept coming across when I was looking at photos of Thailand. So I have Berry Burst here. This is one of our ink refills. And this one is Bermuda Bay. Get that sea color in there. I think I kind of want to do skinnier stripes, so that's what I'm going to do now. This is Pool Party. I'm going to stick this on here. And so what you're doing, you've folded your wipe a bunch until you have this little edge, and you're just putting the ink on the edges here. That's pretty cool. And then I've got some sand color. I have Sahara Sand because I wanted to get some beachy color in there. Whoa, I put a lot in there. I didn't mean to put that much in there. And then I'm going to go back to Pool Party, and then maybe another Berry Burst. No, I've got room for both. I'll do both. I'll put Bermuda Bay on there and Berry Burst. So y'all know I'm a super huge dork, right? Well, when I got my test this morning and she told me I'll be radioactive for a couple of hours, I started joking about spiders biting me, and because naturally that was where my mind went, was to radioactive spider bites. And I got a little excited. I was like, that'd be cool. I could be, if a spider bit me. Ooh, look at that. See, I'm just swiping it straight across there. And I'm going to do it again and again. And then the really cool thing is you can go up a little and start adding different stripes to different spots. And you could even use this whole, ooh, I like it just like that. I'm going to not touch it anymore. You can do this whole car. I hope I didn't trigger you, Rachel, by mentioning spiders. But you can do this whole, like, you can use this whole thing as a background, and it kind of looks like a beach towel, so that'd be cool. But what I'm going to do is cut a circle out of it. I know, it's cool, right, Maya? That was really cool. It is like magic. So yeah, this glossy cardstock just takes ink so funny, and it takes it differently from, now one thing I don't like having all those little bubbles. So I'm going to take the clean edge of my baby wipe and fold this over, and I'm just going to kind of swipe a little bit to get these bubbles off. And now that I've swiped the bubbles off, it's even smoother. So I don't know, I kind of liked the look the other way, but I didn't like all the bubbles. So, but yeah. So now you've got a beach towel, or you have something to cut your focal point out of. And I'm going to try to get 2 out of this one because I really like how that turned out. So I'm going to bring over the Big Shot and do some cutting. No, I have to move all my stuff out of the way because my Big Shot's not going to. Here, let's move the tripod. And move all this. Oh, I'm just chucking stuff off my desk. All right, so here's the Big Shot. Oh, well, good. I'm glad that I'm tempting you with creativity, Rachel. Rachel says she wants to come over and play with this. Yeah, it's a lot of fun once you get into it. It really is a lot of fun. There's so many things you can do. Okay, so this is already dry, and now I'm gonna cut some circles out. I'm gonna cut our focal point, and then I'm gonna see if I can get another one out of this too. Let's see. I really like that spot. Ooh, that looks really cool. Kind of looks like a planet. So I'm gonna leave it right there. And then later I'll come in and try to cut some smaller ones out. Maybe I'll try to use up that whole thing. But what happened to you have to have 2 cutting plates, and I've lost one. But it's right here on my desk. Oh, here. I stuck it over to the side. Okay. I'm going to try to not hit the camera stand when I run this. So I've got my die in there. This is one of the Stitch Shapes framelits. And I cranked it through. And now I have a circle. And it's stitched. There. It's got a little stitching in there. You can blame Maya. I know, y'all are distracting me. I can't believe y'all are here. Yes, I'm so distracted by having longtime friends joining me for. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I put my big shot away. I still have a lot more to cut. But look at, isn't that cool? That's going to make a really fun focal point. Okay. So, but I still have more to cut. So I'm going to bring the big shot back after its brief absence. I'm all aflustered today. Okay. Now, I have, all right, I'm going to cut some flowers. So I'm going to be working with the the Eclectic Layers Thinlits dies. And I don't think I'm going to, oh, I am going to use the stamps too, the coordinating stamps. Where did you do with the dies? There they are. Okay. So I'm going to cut some flowers out. And so this die here, I haven't cleaned it out, but y'all are making me laugh. Stop. No, this is good. I'm kidding, because I never get this many comments. I love comments. So keep going. Okay, yeah, so this is going to cut out the inside of the flower. There we go. Now I can see it. And then this one's going to cut out the outline. So I'm going to put this on, and you can actually cut them both at the same time. So I'm just going to fit this right inside, because you can do this solid, or you can do it with all the detail. And I want all the detail to cut out. So I'm going to do that. And at the same time, I'm going to do this one. And that one has detail also. No, wait, I'm doing that one in a different color. Uh-oh. Well, we might not have detail on that one, because I don't see the detail die on that one. Y'all, I had all this stuff sitting here on my desk before I started. That's why it was a few minutes late. I decided to actually have everything ready to go. Okay. What almost resembles Alaska? The stripey thing? This thing? Tell me what you mean. Ooh. Okay, so I think this is going to come out easy. I'm going to peel this out, and it's got, so it cut out the outline and all this little detail. I'm going to dig out a few of them, but half of this is going to be hidden, so I'm not going to pull out all of the little bits. Oh, the flower. Oh, oh, you're right. It does. Oh, I bet I could cut it off and make you an Alaska card. Kind of looks like Alaska there. Ooh, good idea, Rachel. I'm gonna have to play with that some, because I think that would make a fun card. And Maya, if you see one that looks like Hawaii, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these, and then we're gonna move on to the other color, assuming I can find it. Like, I suddenly lost all my stuff. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so like I said, I'm getting my new stand, I think, in like 9 days, so just bear with me until then. You only have to endure one more video like this with all the shaping. Okay, I'm not going to pull all of these out. I'm just going to pull out half. And I'm going to hide the other half. And I actually have a little brush that would take all of these out really fast, but I didn't bring it over. Okay, so now we've got our two flowers, and you can pull out all of the bits, and then you have this full, like, the big island. This one? Yeah, I could see that. Y'all are, see, one of the things I love is having like different ways to use my stuff, and so now y'all are making me think I need to look for all 50 states in among my dies, because I mean, I've been at this for 10 minutes with y'all, and y'all have already found 2 states in my dies, so that's really cool. All right, next we're gonna do the Alaska die. And I think we're going to do it solid, because I don't see the the little detailed part. And you'll just have to pretend it's not Alaska. Okay, y'all, so we went on a road trip this weekend. And, oh, there's my other plate. It's still in there. So we went on a road trip this weekend. And our first stop was Six Flags in Arlington. And when we got there, all the rides were running. And by the time we got to the gate, because we had a, we ate a little bit before. We always take a picnic. So by the time we got to the gate, after we had our picnic, so there's our Alaska flower. I'm going to do one more. By the time we got to the gate, all the rides had stopped. Because we looked up on our way in and we're like, why are none of the roller coasters running anymore? And it was a little gloomy, whatever. Probably 100 people. Oh yeah, that was another thing. We're like, why are all these people leaving Six Flags while we're walking in? It's only 1 o'clock. And finally we realized that a lot of people were leaving. And after 100 or so people had passed us, then someone was finally nice enough to say, all the rides are closed, right? So they had closed all the rides because there was lightning within a 5-mile radius, which I get it. But it's like, wow, that was really bad timing. So we walked around for a couple of hours. Okay, now while I'm here, I'm going to emboss this piece. So this is a die that comes in the same set of dies, and I'm gonna emboss, no, I'm gonna go this way. But it just embosses, it doesn't cut, which is really cool. So we have our embossing folders, but this is a die that embosses, which I like. Yes, we have season passes. We have season passes for Fiesta, Texas, so you can use them wherever. So we walked around for a couple hours hoping the rides would open back up. So do you see this? That just it just kind of made a little indent, which is really cool. And, oh, I know, lightning. Big whoop, it's just lightning, right? So, yeah, so we have season passes, so it wasn't that big a deal, but it was like, oh, when we Frank took the day off work, because we were going to my mom's for the weekend, but we were also gonna go, we decided to take an extra day to go to Six Flags, so then it was like, couldn't write anything. We walked around for a couple of hours, and I was reminded why I love Six Flags so much. It's so pretty. And we rode a couple of the smaller rides, or a couple of the indoor rides, like the cave ride, and they got to do the carousel twice, and that was it. And then finally we gave up and went to my mom's. So, see those embossed leaves on there? I thought that was really cool. Alright, I think, am I done with all my cutting? I think I'm done with my die cutting. Nope, I have one more thing to cut. I need a white piece of paper, and I'm going to use a scrap. So, I end up with all these huge scraps because I end up with all this, like, I messed up stamping or whatever. And so I always save them for later, but then I can't use them because I don't want it to show through. And I finally realized today I can use these on things where you're only going to see like these little tiny edges, because this is going to go over it. So that's what I'm doing with all my big scraps now. So I can maybe finally cut down on my scrap bags, because I have bags and bags of white scraps. So I'm just cutting a scallop circle from the layering circles dies. So yeah, so it's got stuff on the back, but you're only going to see the little scallops, so that's not going to be a big deal. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm done with the big shot for sure, I think. And if not, I'll just pick it back up. Okay, yeah, so we went to, so yeah, we were only there for, well, we weren't there very long. Oh, I stuck a baby wipe on that, got it all wet. We're just going to flip it over. Yeah, we finally gave up and went to my mom's. So then Saturday, we went out. I'm going to use paper instead of stamping for my background this time. This is from the Naturally Eclectic, the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. So, okay, and I'm going to glue this down. Put that on. I have like inks that are laying on their sides without lids on them. That's terrible. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on. I'm not going to glue. Y'all know I love my glue, but I have, oh no, my tape. Where's my tape? Okay, I'm gonna use glue. I noticed that when you use glue on glossy cardstock, the glue lines kind of show through. Maybe I'll use the broad end of the glue, because I don't want there to be lines showing through. So I'll use this end of the glue. Yeah, I really prefer glue. I don't like tape runners, but I can use them. Yeah, so we went to my mom's, and then our goal for Saturday was to fish and kind of learn some fishing basics, because we've both fished in our lives, but we were always like, you know, the kid who didn't have to worry about stuff like what tackle do you have and how do you put a hook on a line and stuff. So we went to my mom's with the goal of learning all of this fishing basics so that we can take our kids fishing when we go on camping trips. So we went out in the boat, and it was so hot. It was over 100 degrees. So, you know, the fish aren't really out anyway. And then my baby, who never throws tantrums, threw a massive fit because she was in a life jacket. Well, first of all, because we didn't want her to fling her water cup off the boat, because, you know, my stepdad went swimming for it once, but we didn't want to make a game out of it. But she wanted to throw it in the water over and over. So she got mad about that. And then she was really tired, and so she wanted to lay down on me, and she wanted to stick her thumb in her mouth so she could go to sleep, but she couldn't get her thumb around her little life jacket. So she got really angry because she couldn't get her thumb into her mouth because she couldn't reach with the life jacket on. She got mad. She threw a little tantrum. It was so cute because she never throws tantrums. So when she does, it's really cute. But also really sad, but funny. Okay. So we got this. Where are my little die cuts? Okay, we've got these. Oh yeah, I really like how this one came out. I like this one a lot better. Oh, I love all that, the pool party in there. Okay. Ah, I got glue on the front. Okay, so I've got my dimensionals on the back because we're going to stick that up. Let's see, what else do we want in here? We've got that and this. We'll put those back there. We'll stick this. Oh, I like the solid ones. Those are cool. And there's a stamp that goes with the solid ones, I think. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, so you can stamp this. Oh yeah, I used it on that card. You can stamp this and then cut it out. But, so, this is the stamp set. Alright, okay. I think we're good. I think I might stamp a few little things just right here where just to give a little extra texture. But that's all the stamping I'm going to do. And then I'm going to make sure this is the right color. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to put the card together. I think that's kind of it. Okay. Yeah, so the water was super choppy out on the lake. So we couldn't get, yeah, that's, oh, did Maya leave? Oh yeah, she said that. Huh. All right, well, goodbye, Maya. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so yeah, Rachel, the magenta, that's called Berry Burst. I love it. It's one of my 2 favorite new in colors. I'm going to do this side because it goes nice, but I like the other side better for this card. I've actually used this one on a card already. I love it. Okay, so yeah, the fish weren't biting, which made my 4-year-old morose. He's so morose. He just, well, I used to have to tell him, we'll go do this, but you have to smile. Because he's grumpy. So he liked fishing until he realized that fishing is waiting. And then he didn't like fishing anymore. And my daughter was like, I've never caught a fish. I'm like, you've been at it for like an hour. I know, but I've never caught one. I know. I'm like, well, yeah, some people fish for a long time before they catch one. She was not impressed. So I think that's how I want those to look. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. Okay. So I'm going to glue these down, and I'm just going to put glue on these parts that I didn't put out because that'll be easier. I'm trying to follow y'all's comments, but I miss them now and then. Oh, thanks, Rachel. I love my kids too. They're pretty hilarious children. So I'm not going to put glue all the way up here because I want these to kind of stick out and kind of push forward. Yeah, so we fished, you know, once we got back to the house, we fished a little more kind of off of their dock. Not really a dock, it's just like the edge where there's the lake. But, so we did fish a little more, but never caught anything. So the kids were a little disappointed by that, but we at least, you know, we kind of learned some basics that we wanted to learn, so that was good. And then on the way home, I'm just trying to tell y'all how everything went wrong on our road trip. On the way home, oh yeah, I like that. So, but I think I'm going to put some, let's see, I put some thread behind. I think this time I put some sequin trim behind because I love this stuff. So let's see, I'm going to do it like this. Do I want it like that or do I want it? No, I want it, I think I want it away from the flowers. What do you think? I'll take opinions. I will take suggestions. I'm going to need about this much. So anyway, on the way home, I took my daughter in to go to the bathroom at one point, and I had my phone with me. We got a little ways down the road, and I thought, you know, I don't know where my phone is, and I don't remember bringing it back out. And I was right. I had not brought it back out of the gas station. So, which I told my husband, it's because I have this rule. I don't stop and use the bathroom at a gas station unless I'm buying something. Well, this one time, I didn't buy something. And so, naturally, I had to go back. So when we went back, we bought something. It's like, I told Frank, because he went in first, I'm like, make sure you buy something, because I don't want to have to come back again. Man, I don't know which way I went. Horizontal stripes with the pinker part at the top. This one? Okay, I'm going to do it. That sounds good. So, so I'm just looping this sequin trim behind. I've kind of been doing this with the sequin trim a lot. What do I do with my glue dots? And I'm just glue dotting it to the back. So, yeah, we were an hour or so down the road when I realized this. The kicker was that I got off at the first exit. As soon as I realized my phone was gone, I got off at the first exit so that we could pull over and find the phone. Well, that just happened to be just north of Temple, Texas. And if you live or travel to or from Central Texas, you know what a giant mess that is. And then, well, the one exit that I took just happens to be shut down, so that it took us an hour. From the time we exited, it took us an hour to get back to the highway because they were routing everything through town. Everything was ridiculous. And there were 3 lanes going down to 1, and then you had to go through town. And then, yeah, it was a full hour to get to the highway. And I'm not even kidding, because when we put in how far are we from this gas station, it said 2 hours. And I was like, I don't remember it being that long ago. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick it down before I overthink it. I hope that was what you meant. Yeah, so, and by the time we got away from that exit, it said we were an hour away. So that was what took so long, was just getting, I have a scrap. I'm going to stamp my sentiment now. So I'm stamping this thank you from All Things Thanks stamp set. Because this one, it's got all these thank yous. And I'm going to stamp that in Bermuda Bay on this little scrap of Whisper White. Ooh, I like how this is turning out. I like it better than the first one I did. And And I'm just inking up the thank you part, and I'm trying not to ink up the bottom line. It says thank you for making my birthday happy, but I just want it to be a generic thank you. I don't think that scrap is going to be big enough. Let's see. Nope, that scrap's not big enough. I need a bigger scrap. Okay, so we got to this, we couldn't figure out which gas station it had been, so finally my husband starts Googling how to, and this is all while we're just trying to even get back to the highway. My husband started Googling okay, I can't do this and talk, which is why I keep saying and not completing my sentences. So I'm sorry for that. But yeah, so he started Googling how do you find an Android phone. He's like, you know, if you had an iPhone, like if I had an iPhone, I would want to throw it like 20 times a day because they don't make sense to me. Android makes a lot more sense to me. So, and he loves his iPhone, but they don't make sense to me. They're not set up the way they make sense. But so anyway, oh, and then he told me, oh, well, if you did use your phone, I have my old iPhone. And I was like, oh, let's find my phone because I don't want to have to go to an iPhone. This is nothing against people who have iPhones. This is just how much I don't like iPhones. So I'm trying to get this ink on just the part. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, I can cut the rest of that off. So and I could have just covered that with washi tape, but I didn't feel like it. Nope, that's too skinny. I'm going to cover it with washi tape. So anyway, we found out that if you've ever had your phone linked to your Google account, Google can basically ping your phone and tell you where it is. So they said exactly where it was. They're like, this is the exact address where your phone is right now. I'm like, oh, Google, I used to think you were so creepy for how much you knew about me, but now I'm just really glad that you're as creepy as you are. So that was nice. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, washi tape. Sorry, I should not try to tell a story. I don't like to have all this dead air, but I know. I'm sorry, Vivian. I am an Appleist. They don't make sense to me. Like they're not intuitive, and Frank's like, everybody else says they are intuitive. And like, no, they don't. They're the opposite for me. So apparently I'm the weird one, but yes. But yes, you're right. Google is creepy. It's like Google's like, hey, are you planning to go to this place that you normally go to today? Because, you know, we'll be waiting there for you or something. Like they know where you go. They know where you've been. But it's also super convenient, especially when you lose your phone. So I covered the words that I don't want on there with washi tape. And now I'm going to ink it up. And I think I do want. Yeah. Okay, and then the important thing is take the washi tape off before you stamp, or else you're going to stamp a big blob onto your paper. Alright, that's good. I'm just going to snip this out. Yeah. So they knew exactly where my phone was. I smudged it. We called and they still had it. And so we went back and got it. And so it was a 3-hour detour. We were excited because we were going to get home by 6. I was going to get some work done. We were maybe going to watch Lego Batman because everybody's seen it in my family but me, and we have it now. And so we were thinking, the kids are so tired. We can put them to bed early, hang out. And then I lost my phone. And so instead of getting home at 6, we got home at 9. So stupid. Oh, I hate the iPad too. I think it's good for watching Netflix on. That's about it, Rachel. Yes, I'm glad that it's a good thing we're not forced to buy phones. And I'm really glad that I was not forced to get a new phone because I think my contract's up in 2 months and we're gonna actually buy our phones outright instead of getting contracts this time. Oh, there it is. But we're, you know, we want to have 2 more months for that. We've got other plans for our money this month. Y'all, I'm doing this wrong. I want my flag going off the other way. Don't tell stories when you're trying to stamp, because then I have to do this again. But I can put my washi tape right back on and ink up again. So I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to do it right this time, maybe. And then we're going to put on some sequins. And, okay, for real this time. I'm going to save that one to use on a different card. And, where's my Bermuda Bay? Okay. One more time. But yeah, so we aren't planning to buy phones until September, so I was not excited at the prospect of having to buy a phone. I was even less excited about having to use my husband's old 5S. It's like, no, let's find my phone. Oh, y'all, this is the worst. Maybe we should just pretend I've stuck a sentiment on there so we can finish this video. Okay, I stamped it all the way at the bottom. This is the worst. Actually, this is not the worst I've ever done on a live video. I do way worse than this all the time. This is probably one of my better ones. At least I have fun stories to tell, right? Okay. Let's see, maybe this one. Now my washi tape's not sticking, and I have to get another piece of washi tape. So this is what I do with my washi tape. Like, I'm not really good at using washi on cards anyway. But when washi retires, then I'm like, oh, I know exactly what to do with it. I use it to cover up stamps when I'm stamping. So I have a lot of retired washi tape because it's just recently that I've finally kind of figured out some things to do with it. I do like it though. It's always pretty, and that's why I buy it, and then I can't think what to do with it. Okay, I'm going to go with that one. But I'm going to clean my fingers before, so I don't smudge it again. Okay. Now, for real. And that's okay. We want the flag off to the left, so it's okay that that's... Don't cut that too close. Alright, so I'm going to snip this. Okay. Now... Yeah, washi tape is so good for lots of different things, and I want to use it on cards and stuff, but then I always find other uses for it, but not so much on cards. But I'm getting better at it. Okay, I finally have a good sentiment. I better stick it on before I ruin it. Alright, dimensionals are right here. I think we can get by with 2 dimensionals here. Okay, have y'all played with the mini dimensionals yet? Because I am finding so many uses for the mini dimensionals. Let's try to get this straight, Sarah. Okay, so there's our little flag, and now I'm just going to put some sequins on. Ooh, I love these iridescent sequins. Stampin' Up, man. Their sequins game is super strong. Let's see, I want everything except the peach ones, because I mean the peach ones still might look nice, but they're not the ones I'm going for. Pink would be okay. That's peach. But yeah, I love the iridescent sequins. Alright, that's a good number of them. And then we're just going to stick these on, and then we're done. I'm not going to do the inside of the card. I'll do it later. But on the video, I'm not going to. So where do we want our sequins? Oh, I like how this card turned out. That's a lot of fun. Here we go. Yeah, so this morning I had my test, and she told me I'm radioactive. I'm probably, well, I don't know, that it ended at 10. She said a few hours. Maybe I'm still a little radioactive. She told me not to go to the airport because I would get stopped by the scanners. Look, okay. I will plan on not flying anywhere today. Oh, I really like how this turned out. Ooh, oh, yay. Okay, I'm really happy with this card. What do y'all think? Good card. And so now I am done. I I have to put the, when you are using the fine tip glue pen, you have to make sure you get the lid on right away. All right, so that's the card. Sorry it took me so long, and sorry that I was a little bit late today, but thanks for joining me, and thanks for all the comments. I'm so happy I got so many comments today. So thank you, Rachel and Vivian and Maya, for all your comments. And, oh, thank you. I love it too. So yeah. I will be back next week on Monday, and I might have an extra YouTube video up this week. So if you're watching me on YouTube, check back this week or hit subscribe, and then you'll get it in your notifications. But thanks for joining me today, and thanks for all the comments. Bye!